What's up?
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Good Sunday afternoon, everybody. What are y'all doing? This is Pretty Girl Talk. We have not been on the scene for a while, but we're back.
Mm,
What's going on, Selena Michelle?
nothing much, sis. How are you?
Girl, just trying to make it out here in these streets. Just trying to
Y-
make it out here in these streets. These niggas be trying
Right.
to hold me down.
Well,
What you said? What you drinking and smoking on today?
well. You know what? I'm drinking actually a Pepsi because it's I get one a week now, and I am smoking on something new. I haven't even tried it yet. It's Superfly.
Superfly. Who is that by?
It's by Oscar Valladares.
Okay.
I
I'm my
well,
old faithful.
well,
It's
let me
really
be
faithful.
honest because I picked this up because when I went to the cigar shop, I wanted the box that this go in because it's a purple. It got super fly on the front, so I had to try the cigar in order for me to get the box.
Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. So today, what are we gonna talk about today? I got a lot to talk about today. Like today, I'm in my feelings today. So since we hadn't been on live doing our Pretty Girl Talk segment, I am now doing a podcast with a group of East St. Louis peeps, which are really cool. Shout out to my unprivileged AF group. Um, but we try to keep it classy. We are a very diverse group of people. We have an educator in a group, a chef, you know, blue collar workers. We have some, you know, all walks of life in this, and it's cool. Like they are some cool people, but we we kind of keep it classy, and I like to kind of keep it a little ratchet too. So I'm so glad that we got back together so that we could do our Pretty Girl Talk. Believe it or not, I had so many people like, where y'all at? Like, you and your sister was bomb, what are y'all doing? And I was like, well, life, shit. And so, but we back, and look, we back, and I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, you know what? A lot of people have been asking me about it too. I was just like, well, life we just have. It's just so much going on. COVID. It was just a lot. It was just a
I know.
lot. But hey,
I know. And that COVID shit is I'm what I'm hoping. I don't want to be all smoky all up in my spot right here, but what I'm hoping is that since we had this bad weather here in Texas, that maybe, just maybe, those numbers will drop astronomically. And as I was paying attention to the news, they were of course dropping because we couldn't go nowhere. Like, it was mad ridiculous here, like seriously ridiculous. I moved here in 2012, and I think when I first moved here we had an ice storm. I ain't seen no parts of no snow or nothing like that since then, not nothing of any magnitude. And we had inches of snow, pipes busting, ice all over the place. People was out of power for days, and over here in the community. Listen, let me tell you something. You know when you blessed, right? Because I'm in a community full of people. I think it's 13 units out here, and man, listen, a whole street didn't have no power. My tier, I never lost power.
good. That's
Man,
amazing.
listen, never lost power. These people, and from my understanding, I kind of was following it because I knew at some point. Girl, these braids keep falling down. Hold on. I knew at some point I was gonna have to open my doors up to people because, there are some people who just moved into the community and they don't have, they got kids and they got pets and they didn't have any power, they didn't have any water, and some of these units out here are all electric, like mine is an all electric home, and they were just on next door, just giving it to us. Like, listen, my dog won't eat. It's kind of going into an anxiety mode, and it was cold as fuck. It was like, it was
Damn.
crazy. It was bananas, man. But what's crazy about it is that we pay all this money to these electric companies, just like we do put money into these banks, right? And we
Hmm.
expecting a level of security, right? We're expecting a level of insurance, right? And so I would hate to think that I put my hard-earned coins into the bank and something happens to the bank and then I'm out, just ass out. And in
Hmm.
this same situation, we pay a whole lot of money to these electric companies. And why the fuck was there not a contingency plan? And what the fuck? I can allot one day, maybe 10, 12 hours, maybe even going into the next day. But when you start talking about 3, 4, 5 days, how come you don't have no fucking backup plan? You know,
Well, and like here in Kansas, we didn't lose power for like days at a time like Texas, but there were people that had lost power for like 12 hours, elderly people for like 5 hours at a time, and then, you have those that want to get on Facebook and get on social media talking about, well, if you save and you wouldn't have to worry. Why do we have to do all that though? I
right.
mean, to me, it's like I got into a whole argument. I had to step away from social media because I had people on there talking about, oh, people just entitled. Yeah. When you pay your damn money, you should
Yeah,
be entitled to what you paying for. The fuck.
the
So
fuck.
it's our issue that they were not prepared. They have been knowing about this for a while.
Yep.
They
And
should have been
here was the
prepared.
thing though, sis. They was like, go to the grocery store, get your water, get your blah blah blah. Do your due diligence, right? And we, some of us with our hard headed asses don't listen, and we don't go and we don't do what they say. And then when the shit hit the fan, you looking stupid in the mug, and you don't understand. Why is this thing taking so long? Because you think it's just gonna blow over. Listen, when a person tell you some shit, you ain't always got to be a believer. You don't always gotta, you don't always gotta see it for yourself. Sometimes you need to take the memo and run with that bitch. I just had so happened, because you know how I am. I'm lazy as hell. When I come in, I don't go back out. So I had just so happened went to the grocery store, and I didn't have to worry about it. And my daughter was here, so she had Caden, over at the house with him. So I was home by myself. So thank God nothing happened on her end, nothing happened on my end. But for those people who are still going through, my heart goes out to them. And
Mhm.
we just I put out as much information as I could about warming stations, about water stations, about that kind of stuff. But you know, I was
Girl, I ain't
listening
gonna
to
lie. I volunteered your house to like 20.
listen. I want you to understand. I said if now she know my germaphobe crazy ass is not interested in having not now nobody coming to my house. But
I
in a
was giving, hey,
situation like
call
this,
Christy and go with Christy.
and your ass didn't even know. First of all, how you gonna volunteer and you ain't even know if I was straight?
I did. That's why I said, hey, you got electricity? He was like, yep, my electric is on. I said, oh, okay.
Sure. But so it just so happens that I reached out to those people in the circle that I knew that didn't have, and that kind of thing. And so it was cool because in a situation where you can't help somebody, you just want to help. You don't want to be selfish, and God, it loves a cheerful giver, whatever. So on that note, let's move off that bullshit. I'm glad those for those people who doing okay. Thank God we made it through, because now Texas over here sitting here looking like it's a fucking resort, like nothing ever happened, like we never just almost died yesterday,
Like, man, like y'all was in the apocalypse.
man. But let me tell, but you know how dramatic I am, right? And so I was by myself. The first day I was by myself, but then okay, so let's back up. So Valentine's Day, right?
Hmm.
So sis, we hadn't even talked. So I got my little heart broke. Like for real broke.
Oh,
I had never, I truly have never experienced heartbreak clearly, because I went through it. You understand?
what?
I went through it. I was all up and down through it. Do you hear me? And so you know how I am. So I'm mean as fuck. So I'm like, well, maybe I need to fight for it, right? Because you know how I am. If you show me you don't want to be bothered, I'm out, nigga. Fuck you, right? But in this case, I was just kind of like, well, maybe, because I liked him so much, I was like, well, maybe I need to fight for it. Let me show him that I'm really into him. Let me call a little bit, and let me be outside of me, right? And so, I was calling, and he would never ignore me. He didn't ignore me, but he just, you could tell that his conversation was just appeasing, right? And here's the problem. Like, if you fucking break up with me because I did something, I'm okay with that, right? But I know I didn't do nothing, right? I knew in my heart of hearts that bitch, bitch, you know me. I was catering. I spent some motherfucking money.
What?
And you know I don't do that. You
No.
know I don't spend no money. So, this was the relationship through Christmas. So,
Oh.
our little first Christmas together. We spend New Year's together, right? So I just really felt like this was going somewhere, right?
Uh-huh.
Out of nowhere, this motherfucker went MI the fuck A, right?
Bro, what's up with the ghosting though? I mean, like, how old are we where we start ghosting people? Like, don't even get me started. These niggas is trash.
Trash. When I tell you, and so, and you know how I am, because you're the benefit of the doubt person, not me. I'm not. I ain't giving your asses no doubts. Bye, right? And so, anyway, so I opened myself back up to just jumping back out there, right? I was like, okay, fuck it. He don't want to be bothered, So I reached out to him. I was like, damn, like, I sent him a picture of us where we had took pictures together, and he was like, oh yeah, we look so cute together, blah blah blah. Bitch, what? We look so cute together. What? I mean, anyway, so I was like, okay, well, since you don't want to be a man and tell me what I did, even though I know I didn't do anything, but you don't want to really tell me what the situation is, I was like, okay, well, you didn't do anything, so don't trip, right? Give him
Mhm.
some space and let him come around. So he didn't come around, nonetheless.
Well,
Nevertheless, he never came around.
since we giving confessions, so we haven't talked, and I haven't been ghosted, but I told you about the little situation,
Yeah.
that I was liking on somebody, and there was a conversation that we had that didn't go too well, and I haven't heard from him. And it's okay though, because I mean, it is what it is. I kind of figured it would go that way. There was something I had to tell him, which I did. And yeah, I don't think he took it too well. So I haven't heard from him in probably about a week. Which, me, is it is what it is. I'm mean as fuck anyway, and it's hard for me to give anybody a chance. You already know. And when I do, and you do me like that, it's like you show right.
So here's the thing, though. So, like, for all intensive purposes, whatever it is, whether it's me, whether it's you, whether you decided you didn't want to deal with a woman who had a kid, because here's the problem: when you don't open up and communicate, and you leave a person not knowing what it is, I just think that part is unfair. But it also shows your character, right?
Hmm.
And so, in that instance, you want to be like, well, fuck them anyway. Because if you don't want to come through and be grown and say what it is and talk through it and possibly maintain a friendship, because you got to think about all the time that you invest dealing with a person and getting to know them and really truly getting to know them. You don't want to just end on a note like that. You kind of want to talk through the situation and just say, okay, I'm grown enough to say, if this is what it is, if this is truly your answer, you are who you are. When we're 40 plus years old, it's a very thin likelihood that we're going to change, right? But you do
Well,
accommodate,
Well, for
you know?
me, it's like this. It's just some things I'm just not gonna chase. I don't do no chasing. Let's be clear about that
Oh,
first.
right, me either.
Um, I'm not doing no chasing. And if you feel the need to move around, then do that.
I know.
Because we communicate over here. I'm 49, and I just don't have time for bullshit. I'm not gonna make time for it. I cuts quick. I don't give a damn.
Me, and you
So
know
if
me
that's what you
too.
feel like you need to do, then go ahead. But just understand though, you're gonna keep that same energy though. You're gonna keep it.
But
Because
see,
ain't
here's
no
the thing
leaving and
with that
coming back.
same energy, though. The thing with the same energy is this. You know, at some point in our lives, we keep saying, you know how we are. I know how I am. I'm mean. I'm this. I'm that. These are all of affirmations about us, right? We get that. Yeah. People set in their ways. They too are the way they are. They too
Hmm.
are set in their ways. And so my thing is, at a certain point in your life, communication has to be the most important thing. Listen,
Definitely.
motherfucker, I have worked 40, okay, 30 plus years, right? And I have taken care of myself for a long ass time. The one thing that I don't owe you is anything, right? I don't owe you shit. But I think in the essence of respect And going back to what we used to talk about all the time about Black women being the most underprotected, disrespected on the planet. I just think in staying in line with us just giving general communication, I don't feel like we have to, but we should, right? We just should. Nigga,
Mhm.
if your breath stink when you wake up in the morning and I can't deal with that shit and that's a deal breaker, if you come to me and you ask me, hey, Chris, what is the problem? I'm going to tell you, motherfucker, there is remedies for this. You can get this fixed. Go see your local dentist, nigga, because something is not right up into them gums, right? Because your gums is banging, nigga. I feel like, there is, there's conversation that can be had. Nigga, if you kissing, sucking, licking, and fucking, why do you think I can't tell you your motherfucking breath stink? Why
Okay.
can't I tell you that?
Right. Let's be clear. Let's be clear about it. Most definitely. I mean, it's just part of being an adult. Some people just want to take the easy way out of shit, and it's that simple. When you dealing with people, a lot of time everybody is stuck in their ways, and that's fine.
Yep.
But it comes a time when you're 35 and older, yeah, yeah, I need you to get your whole life together. I
Get
mean,
your
it's
whole
all
life together.
communicating.
It's,
Huh?
it's just about communicating. Get your whole life together. There is no reason for you to not have conversations about anything because, see, here's the thing. When we're not pleased in certain ways with certain things, we have no problems discussing those things. So my thing is, there's no reason at this stage of our life that we should be doing ghost games. We shouldn't be doing that. But
Girl. But
let's
you'll be amazed how many women I talk to that says, "Oh, he just disappeared." Like,
Mhm.
what? How old are we? Like, and I'm not gonna say that I was just really ghosted, but what I will say is that there has not been a final goodbye or a okay, let's sum this up and this is the way it's gonna be, and you go your way, I go, which I'm gonna go I know it my way anyway, because what I won't do, I won't reach out to you. That's what I'm not. That's just me. I'm not going to be the one coming
I
back when I was
know,
the
sis.
one.
I know, but you should because I feel like if
No.
you don't, so that well, let me just say this. I don't feel like you should. I felt like I should because I knew that I am the type that'll just bye. You say bye. You know how I am, nigga. If you what's that old saying? If they leave, if it's for you, they'll come back to you, nigga. Once you gone, fuck you. I don't want you back. But
But see, you've been in
that's
a
kind of
whole
cutting.
relationship with this guy though.
I
Mine just kind of
know.
started. So it was like, we just started seeing each other, blah, blah, blah. It was, I don't know him. He really don't know me, but there was a situation that came up that we had to talk about. And even as uncomfortable as that situation is, when you are a certain age, there's just some shit you're not gonna play games about. You see what I'm saying? There's, what, I feel like that I'm at an age now where I'm stable. I'm working on my businesses. I'm doing me. There is nothing that I'm gonna do that's gonna jeopardize any of that.
Right.
So if there's a serious enough conversation that I have with you, you have to understand that I'm coming at you because it's serious.
Right.
Because see, I'm at the point now, sis, to where anything that transpires in my life, I'm a big girl and I'm old enough and I'm secure enough to take care of my goddamn self. Let's
Right.
be clear about that. And I'm not saying that I don't need a man. No, what I'm saying is I don't need a man. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to
Absolutely.
paying bills, when it comes to doing that, I want a man to be in my life. I want to be able to share things with them, but I don't need you to pay for a motherfucking thing when it come to me. I don't need you to pay
Right.
for no bills. Now, I'll buy your dinner if that's what needs to happen. But at the same time, like somebody asked me yesterday, it was like, how do you know what a real man is? Huh? Because I see them every day. I have business partners that are real men. My one of my business partners, we went out to eat one day. We go out to dinner and we talk business all the time. And I beat him to the restaurant, so I paid the bill. He was mad at me for the whole fucking meal. Like, don't ever do that again. What do you mean you paid for my meal? Don't you ever buy my meal, Selena? And I was like, but it's going into the same pot. It's right off as a business meal. Like, he didn't care. It was just a simple fact that he does not want a woman taking care of him. Period. And so I mean, it just come a time when you have to be an adult. Like,
Right.
it doesn't matter what you got going on. It just, you know what I mean.
And I don't like to just deduce this to just being a monetary type deal, right? Because sometimes this has
Right.
absolutely nothing to do with money. And even in the aspect where you said a real man, men hate to hear us say a real man. And so here's the thing. If it wouldn't exist if it wasn't a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The statement wouldn't exist if it wasn't a thing. And so my thing is, I'm going to allot that space that you need to be who you are. But I'm not going to allot or condone your cowardly ways, right? Because it speaks volumes as to how you will protect my heart in the future. If you can't be a good steward over this little shit, and I meant to say lil shit, over this little shit, when things are grand, I can always expect for you to check out because you
Mm-hmm.
can't handle the little shit. And
They can't be a good steward, basically. You
right.
can't be a
You
good
can't.
steward over small things. Yeah.
Motherfucker. Listen, I'm not interested. We live in a time now where our black men are emasculated over just on every turn. And so here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to be in a relationship with your ass and I'm feeling like I'm carrying the burden of the relationship. I'm not going to be involved with you if I am doing everything. I can do everything because clearly I'm doing everything by myself now. But the fact of the matter is, when it all comes down to it, can I trust you with me? And if I can't trust you with me, I'm not even getting ready to put you out there with my kid, and I'm not definitely getting ready to play house with your punk ass. Because why? I could play house by myself. So I just feel like in this time frame, we just have to be better people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about being a real man. It's just about being a better person. You should aspire to be good. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't want to come back. You don't want to have the conversation. You don't want to discuss it. So let me go ahead and just mourn the loss and move the fuck around, right? So
Mm-hmm.
here come Valentine's Day. You know that's my favorite holiday of the year, right? Every Valentine's Day I'm normally by my fucking self. Normally. This particular Valentine's Day, I done went back out there. I said, okay, Valentine's. Let's greet me and this new guy. Let's agree to just have a good time no matter what. Let's just have a good time. It is what it is. So, nice guy, home from my hometown. um I ain't gonna lie, sis, I'm still trying to heal from this last thing. So am I 100% engaged? No. Right, not really. And that's just keeping it real. But here's the thing, I'm trying to be engaged. So we go out, we have a good time. Everything is good. We gonna come back. We gonna do whatever we gonna do. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, right? Whatever it is. Whether we gonna watch TV, whether we gonna go to sleep because we both tired as fuck from the week, whatever, right? So I'm just, everything is good. We had these conversations. You know how I am about that get to know you shit. I'm gonna put that shit on a recorder and I'm just gonna press play because I'm tired of talking to these motherfuckers about who are you? How many kids do you have? Where did you go to school? Get miss me with that bullshit. Okay, just miss me with it. I don't even want to talk to you about that shit. I am me. That's it. That's all you need to know, right?
Right.
And just get to know me as we go along. I'm tired of talking about that past shit, right? So we don't have no small talk, but also you got to keep in mind we're on the cusp of this snowstorm, right? So going in this thing, I knew that it was the potential that I was going to be stuck with this guy for a couple of days because of the snowstorm. So I had to make up my mind. How did I want that to play out, right? So do I want this to play out on my terms or am I going to have it play out on his terms? I'm going to play it out on my terms, right? Because whatever. So we have a good time. Everything's good. Bam, the snowstorm hit. Ice all over the ground. Damn, I got to be stuck with this motherfucker for 2 days, right? So it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad deal. However, at a certain age, you know how you want to be loved, right? You know how you want to be loved on, you know how you want to be engaged, right? And I just wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel that warm and fuzzy that I needed to give me, you know, the extra push over to away from this last person into this new one. Now people will say, well, you should heal before you move forward. Ah, fuck that. First of all, we live in apocalyptic times.
Right. Right.
And I ain't got time. I don't have time. Right. I need somebody that's gonna be able to carry these water buckets if we need to get water, right? I need somebody that's gonna be able to go out and scurry and get us some food if we need some food, right? Because I ain't going because I don't like to drive. So, I was just thinking all of these crazy ass thoughts that was coming through my head. And so, we were cool. We hung out for the next couple of days, and he had to go to work, and so, I work from home. So, um, you know, he went back to his place. Shit was still off, and so I'm like, oh, okay, well, you can come back to my house, right? Now, 2 days is okay, but when we start getting into that third day, this nigga here needs some space, right?
Mhm.
She'd be like, so on the third day, it was kind of like he was on one side of the bed and I was on the other side of the bed. There wasn't really much conversation going. Motherfucker, I done cooked 3, 4 days in a row. You got me over here doing wife shit. I ain't your wife. I ain't even your girlfriend. We don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to feel a little underappreciated in this bitch. So I'm like, starting to feel a little Molly Maidish up in this motherfucker.
Take your ass home.
You ain't leaving no money on the nightstand, nigga. You ain't doing shit.
Bye.
So I was like, I don't know about this. So but long story short of it, it was cool. The encounter was good. I don't know that it's gonna really necessarily go anywhere because I do know how I like to be loved on, and if I don't feel like I'm with the shits right now. If you ain't giving me, I adore you, I'm crazy about you, nigga, move around because I just don't want to waste my time, right? So, I sent him a message yesterday. I was like, it seems like you're a little disengaged. And, if you feeling like you ain't into it, hey, no worries, because it's all good. Just let's say that and let's amicably go our separate ways, so that we're not wasting each other's time. Men can't handle that shit. They lie like Persian motherfucking rugs. Like they cannot handle that shit. They can't handle when a motherfucker just be 100 with them. If you know that your ass is not engaged, if you got XYZ going on, I don't really give a fuck about the shit you have going on in your life. That has nothing to do with me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. But how you engage with me is everything, especially in the beginning, because now here you're showing me that whatever you're going through, be it personal, be it me, be it whatever, and you can't talk about it. What in the fuck is wrong with these men? Like they don't know how to have no conversation. And so I was like, you know what, Christy, are you going to sit here and are you going to allow yourself to be made to feel like you just felt when you got your heart broke, or are you going to move the fuck around? Like move around, girl. Quit being stupid. So, here we are today, and I'm just kind of like, dude, miss me with these one sentence text messages. We just too old for that type of stuff. I
Well,
just want
and that's what I was going to say. And then it comes to the matter of texting. Like, why is our main source of communication text messaging? Like, I'm fucking 49 years old. I hate text messaging. Let's just be clear about it. There, especially if you're intimate with somebody, you want to hear their voice. It's a level of intimacy for me. Text messaging is just so non-communicative to me. It's like there is no kind of intimacy in it at all. Like I ain't sending you no fucking pictures. I'm tired of that shit. Oh, send me a picture. Well, nigga, we both got FaceTime. Why we can't FaceTime each other? Why the fuck do I need to send you a picture? Like, I'm so sick of that. Like, I give social media pictures. Why you can't have the real thing? If we can't see each other because of distance, because you're busy at work, I'm busy at work, fucking pick up the phone and FaceTime me. I don't want to text you.
this technology has reduced us to being some of the laziest individuals on the planet.
Mm.
We cop out, we hide, we cyber beef, we cop out to the keyboard. You want a picture? What you doing? You jacking to my picture, dude? Just get your weird ass over here. If you really want some, just come get some. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, stop being so stupid and weird. Like, why you gotta be so fucking weird? Like, I just don't want to keep wasting time with weirdos. Like, did your mama teach you any damn thing? Your mama, how about this? Let me do you one better. Wait till your little nappy head ass daughter go through the same shit that you putting a motherfucker through. Wait,
Okay.
just wait till that happens. Let's see how you react to that when your daughter comes to you crying. Because if she trusts you, she's going to come to you and she's going to tell you how she's been treated. And what are you going to say? Are you going to cop out and say, "Oh, that's just how men are," or are you going to tell your child to expect better, to treat this situation as a lesson, and don't lower your standards, and to have a standard? How can you preach have a standard when your ass is the culprit in creating the damn negative stigma that she's going to carry?
Well,
You
and
help
it's and
create
it's not even young. It is not even young men. Let's be clear about that too. It be these old. First off, dude, with your old ass, go take several seats. Let's
Don't
start.
get me started.
You can barely walk, but you still out here
Don't
playing
start.
your old
Please don't
ass
start.
with your old ass, girl. It just pisses me off. I be like, nigga, if you don't go sit down with your old, you can't even be, and we know you can't keep up. Let's be clear about that too. You barely keeping up, and then you got the nerve enough to try to nigga bye, goodbye,
And
and goodbye.
so here's the thing. So you want to be, I'm trying so hard to vibrate higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying.
Mhm.
They be trying to get me in them back 63rd and Stony Island Street ways. They be trying to get me back to that South Side of Chicago mentality. Listen, I have let the old things have passed away, and behold, I have become new. I'm trying to stay in this word. I be trying to stay in this word. But here's the thing that's crazy. It's you can look at my flaws and be so judgmental of my flaws when you got your own shit that you need to be shoveling out the backyard. And so my thing is, how dare you not even be 100% yourself? And you have all of these idiosyncrasies about what you will and what you will not tolerate, and don't talk to me like this, and that woman, listen, nigga, you and your mommy issues and your last woman issues, those are not our issues. So don't take what happened to you dealing with everybody else and think that that is the same thing that I'm doing, because if I'm expressing myself and I can't express myself the way I express myself, nigga, you pigeonholing me. What the fuck I need you for?
Well, and
Right?
how dare you? Well, how dare you even do that? Because then you're bitter. That's the first thing they say. Oh, you're bitter. No, I'm not. It's just some things I'm just not gonna put up with. You can call me what you want to call me, but your shit, I'm not. It's just some things I'm not tolerating. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't. You call me all you want, bitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Right.
I'm not putting up with your shit. Yeah, you
So
gonna
I'm gonna lift you up.
occasionally.
Right. I'm gonna lift you up. Like I'm because true to form, just as we feel like the black woman is the most disrespected, I agree. Black men are disrespected in relationships as well. I think that we can talk about the past all day long, but it's really, really what's pressing and really relative is what the future looks like and what the right now is. And so if you see a person that's loving on you and trying to meet you, probably well beyond, because most women do go well beyond the halfway mark. What is it that why can't you just be honest? You know what I'm saying? Just be real with the situation. And I don't care. To me, I'd rather you just say, "Oh, nigga, I don't want you no more." "Oh, I don't like you like that," or "I thought that I liked you, but I really don't like you like that." And people feel like people can't handle the truth. But I think that what it does when you don't give the truth is it creates a lot of the self-worth issues, a lot of the self-esteem issues, a lot of the, you got to go through this whole power play of building yourself back up. Girl, I think I went through 10 days of positive affirmations, in between "fuck you nigga," in between "I am a queen," in between you know what I'm saying, "I know my worth." You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta pity pat myself back together because you
Right,
done broke my heart over some bullshit, nigga, when you knew you wasn't 100% in the first place, right?
right,
And
exactly.
so all you had to do was just say that. But also we have to stop being so um um thirsty. I hate to use that word, but it is what it is, to be in a relationship, because I think the signs do be there and we just ignore the signs. You know what I'm saying? I think we just don't pay attention to what they're not saying, their actions. But then you get, it's a double edged sword, sis, because this nigga was rolling out the red carpet and doing all the shit the right way in the very beginning anyway. And so there were no real red flags until one day I was like, well, what are we doing here? I can't, I was trying to nag him about some shit. I don't know. I think it was a football. I hate football. And so I'm like, well, before I start nagging you, like a girlfriend, what are we doing here? Girl, I asked that what are we doing here question. That motherfucker went MIA immediately.
See, well,
Immediately.
not to mention any names, but you gonna know exactly who I'm talking about. The last situations that I've dealt with, you know, came to me and was like, you know what, I can't do this. It's just mentally I can't handle it. Okay, I'm gonna let you move around and I'm gonna move around. Then fast forward, I'm, hey, I've been thinking about you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you've been thinking about me, and what does that mean? Well, I would like to do A, B, and C. So then I was like, okay, well, check this out. Because I'm one of those kind of people that I'm used to familiar because
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Me too.
deal with men like that. You see what I'm saying? I'm very, very, you know me. I just ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's familiar. Let me see what's gonna happen. Then this nigga tells me, well, everything is good as far as the sex is wonderful, all that shit, blah, blah, blah. But I got a whole woman. What? What the fuck are you talking about? I got a whole woman, and I just don't look at you like that no more. Oh, so you basically want a fuck buddy, basically. That's
And
what you
with
want.
your old ass.
I said, how about this? How about you don't ever call my fucking phone again? How about you do that? Don't you
Right.
ever call me again and move your ass around? I said, as a matter of fact, she doesn't even, you don't even deserve her either.
Right.
Because you're sitting here telling me that you got your heart is with this whole other woman, but here you are. Yeah, here you are. So you just ain't shit. And I said, guess what? You will not use me to hurt no one. You will not use me to hurt her. I don't
I
give a fuck.
ain't. Ain't.
You will not. I don't give a fuck what gifts you give. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because whatever you can buy me, I can buy my damn self. So
Right.
guess what? Move around, nigga. And how dare you think that you got it like that? I mean, how dare you with your narcissistic ass? Get your ass on.
Hello, hello. Like that is, and I've been watching as soon as you start having those conversations with them about who they are and how they're treating you, they hit you with that gaslight shit. Oh, you insecure. Oh, you this. Or what makes you feel like this? And why would you say that? Nigga, don't ask. Listen to me. You know how I am about being patronized. Do not fucking patronize me. We ain't talking about, you're not going to flip the script on me to make me feel like it's me. You got a whole ass woman that you going to every single day, but you over here in my face. Can you please explain to me, sir, what is it that she's not giving you that you feel like you need over here? Because here's what we're gonna do. The next time you call me, I'm gonna call her ass. We're
Okay.
gonna we're gonna all be on the phone together. So I'm gonna be your counselor. Let me help you back to your love over here, because this is who you chose, nigga. So let me help you get right on back over here with her. Because
Let
there's
me
some
give
left
her
shit
some
she gonna take.
let me give her the pointers that she's evidently missing.
Right. Let
Let
me
me
help her help
correct.
you. Right. Let me help her help you. Now here's what's funny. So you know who I'm talking about when I say this. You got a whole ass wife. We've been friends for 10 years. And actually, if you really want to know the truth about it, I knew you before you knew your wife. We kind of all met at the same time. And so I chose to go a different direction because I wasn't on what you was on at that time. So now here we are 10 years later, and you want me to be your side chick. Sir, sir, I work too motherfucking hard in my life to be anybody's side anything. If I can't be in the number one slot, the only slot, I'm not interested in being your side piece. Oh, but we love each other. No, nigga. No, no, no. We don't love each other. No, no, no. We don't love each other because love will have your ass over there with your wife. That's what would
Okay.
you would be over there with her,
With your old ass.
with your old ass.
Old
You
ass.
way too old to be playing those crackhead games, okay? And so Christy, you just gotta understand. No, 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 sir. I don't have to understand that because the moment I allow you to do that to me, I open up the door for you to do it the same thing that you're doing to her to me. And here's the thing: I don't even like you like that. You know what I'm saying? I love me. I don't like you like that. I'm not even getting ready to break her heart behind some stupid shit that you own. And if she by chance is stupid enough to understand that that's who you are and that you just gonna be a hoe by nature, and she's okay with that, then y'all play those games with somebody else because that's not what I'm interested in. And so it's amazing to me how many hours we go back and forth about this. And then I said, here's the thing: 10 years worth of friendship. We got friendship under our belt, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even necessarily know if I want to be your friend because you're really not a good friend. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you cheat on your wife, you sell me out for real.
Right. For
You know what
real.
I'm saying? You sell me
It's
out for real,
somebody that you lay down with every day, though.
right?
Someone
You
that you
you
lay down
messing around on her.
every day.
Right. So if you're gonna mess around on her, right, and you're gonna and you want me to play party to that, see, there's a whole different ball game that comes into. Now we got COVID, so we already had AIDS and HIV. Now we got COVID. Now we got super strands of COVID, and then we just came out the apocalypse over here. Well, sir, you left me. Where were you during this time when everybody was out without water? You didn't call me to see if I was okay. You didn't call and check on me. You didn't bring me food. You didn't send me food. You didn't send a telegram, bitch. You didn't send a pigeon. You didn't send nothing.
An air signal,
Nothing.
smoke signal, nothing.
So heretofore, dear, the next time you decide that you want to tell me that you love me, I want you to check yourself on that, because that's not love, And so I don't understand, like, at what point do we get to agreement on allowing you to treat me less than what I'm worth? Why would I do that, girl? I go to work. I work too hard, girl. I do 10, 12 hours a day.
Girl,
Do you feel like for 1 second that if I'm gonna go upstairs and climb in this big ass bed by myself, I'm getting ready to be worried about you and then be your side piece so you could come over here and I gotta cook for you and cater to you like I'm your wife? You
yeah.
better get your ass somewhere and sit down.
No, they be having you all. They got me fucked up. Let's be clear, because you already. I ain't even gotta tell you. You already know. You work all day. My schedule is. Everybody knows I wake up super early. I wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at 4 o'clock. I get up, get coffee, shower, get myself ready, get ready for. I start doing my business stuff for myself. Then I get ready to go to my fucking job, do that till 5 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock. Then I gotta come home and redo the stuff for my own business. And you think I'm fit to be playing? Girl, I don't have time.
And
I'm
then
not.
not to mention the fact that we're being mothers. We're being mothers on top of all of that. And
Yeah,
and, and especially in my case, because then I got a young kid that I'm
yeah.
I'm doing homeschooling with. And let me tell you, these kids' homework is hard. This shit is hard. I listen, after I done worked, I can't even use my brain to do my own damn job. Now I gotta come home and try to, come out the room and try to help you do some homework. Listen, they lucky that we ain't killed their asses behind the stupid shit they be pulling.
Man, listen here. And then some of this stuff on this, and then I feel so bad for parents. I feel bad for you, sister, because we get all these DCF reports about truancy, and when we go to the homes, the parent is like, listen, it ain't that he wasn't at school. I just couldn't figure out how to go from one class to the next class on a fucking Zoom meeting. Look, what do you want from me? I don't know shit about. You got old parents that really don't know how to navigate that computer system, and so you
I
got
know.
you got a first grader who got to leave from one Zoom meeting to the next. Hell, I can't even keep up with Zoom. I be messed up on meetings. I be like, damn, what button am I supposed to push?
I listen, I totally get it. So, I just look at the situation as a whole and I say, I know, me. I'd be like, God, I know you got something better than this shit right here for me, because I know that you ain't brought me this far to have to deal with this type of stupid shit. But here's shit, but here's the funniest part about it, thank God for grace, right? For resilience, right? For strength, because it is definitely during this time, it's been a very mental, very, very high anxiety time for me.
Mm.
Dealing with the pandemic, dealing with, already dealing with just life in general, and then having to move from one tragedy or tragic experience to the next. And I'm just like, bitch, I need a beach, right? I need a beach with my ties, a swim up bar, a mandingo, something. Jamaica. And I'm looking for a Stella got a groove back moment, right?
Okay.
So and then I had decided, I was like, I'm not dating in my age range anymore. I'm going to date I'm gonna date younger than me from now on. I
Oh,
think it's
really?
time. It's time for me to experience some of this young love.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me just say this. So I've had a few that could go both ways. It could be good or bad. I have a few friends that date young and they are absolutely happy. I mean, it's like they are like, woo, woo. So the last situation I just did was that way.
Younger.
Yeah, yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. But what I will say is this. It was good. But there was some you could there's just some little indiscretions there. It just depends on who it is. As long as they have, and I asked my son, because I have a whole grown ass son,
Right.
33. And I said, hey, what do you feel? I said, so if I go about 10 years younger, will that make you feel uncomfortable? He was like, shit, you wrong. Do what you do. Long as his shit is together, I don't care who he is. I said, well, this is the law. This is the rule for me. They can't be, they can't be my son's age, close to it. They have to be about the younger I will go is about maybe 10 years, if that.
Okay.
I can go 10. But anything under 10, I ain't, because they be coming. I be having 34, 30. I be like, yeah, no, I can be your mama. No thanks.
I don't care. Call me mommy. Call me mommy. Most of them got mama issues anyway. Call me mommy.
But you're younger than me, so it's about in the 10-year rank for you though.
So I don't know. The one that I went to spend Valentine's Day with. He was younger. He was just 40. He was 40, 40, I guess,
That
41,
ain't that young though. Cause how old are you? 40 what?
47.
Okay, so you 40. So that's not younger. The one I had was, yeah, younger, about 10 years.
So I don't know, but it's hard for me because I feel like um I feel like you know, I'm gonna chastise your ass if you treat me bad, right? You know what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
you're gonna be starting to feel like I'm trying to treat you like your mom, and that's not gonna go well. So I don't know. I'm not gonna jinx it though. I'm just gonna say that we'll see what happens, but I don't have anyone in mind per se. But I definitely feel like maybe I'll try it and see what happens. Definitely not as young as my daughter. But hell, my daughter was dating a man my age, so how that work out. And she got to see firsthand that no matter what age you are, if you ain't shit, you ain't shit. Because
Okay, let's be clear.
there it
Let's,
is. And so it doesn't really matter. It's all about what your morals and how you've been taught and how you want to. I know some young men. I told you my sister is 55, 54. Her husband is just now about to turn 35.
oh, wow.
He love her to death. Love her to death. And ain't interested in looking in no direction but hers. And
Wow.
so it's all about
That's amazing.
yeah, it's all of, and they've been together now for almost 6 years. And so, it's all about what you're wanting and how much effort you're willing to put into it. And I've seen her do a whole 360 on the things that she normally wouldn't do. She does with him because she's comfortable because he's made her feel secure enough to do those things. And so I don't think that it matters what age you are. I just think that, it's all in what you're looking for. And so I just decided that I'll take the limits off because, I limit myself to the number. And so now when I ask how
I'm
old you
still
are,
scared. I'm scared.
I'm not going to be like, oh no, you're young enough to be my son. I'm not going to say that. I'll be like, come on over
Yo,
here, boy. Let me see what
I
you're
just saw
working with.
somebody that yesterday. He was coming strong as hell. And I said, how old are you? And he was like, oh, I'm 35, 34, 35. And I was like, yeah, no, sir. And he was fine as fuck. And he was very mature. Conversation was like, whoa. And he got his shit together. He's young and got money, he got it
Mhm.
going on, but I was just like, I just couldn't do it.
Well, we'll see what happens. So on the business front, everything is just kind of doing what it's doing. I'm looking to um, I'm definitely looking to take a trip here, probably for my birthday. I'll probably go out of the country for my birthday, if the numbers continue to look decent. excuse me,
Mhm.
decent, then I plan to try to get away for the weekend. But we just have to commit to getting back on a schedule because clearly we can do our show from anywhere.
Mhm.
So we're gonna have, we can have up to 6 guests in a room at a time. So we'll go back to trying to, just pull our guests back in and having some, some good girl talk, some male perspective. So if you think of ideas, make sure you drop them in the chat so that we can, get our show ready for next week. And we wanted to come back and say hey to the people because we missed you guys, and a few of you've been asking for us, so I appreciate that. Come on, ask for us. Let me know I'm on it. You let me know I'm on it, I'm gonna give it to you.
So what days are we looking at now? We used to be on what, Wednesdays?
We used to be on Wednesday, so I can't do Wednesdays right now because that's the night that I do the other podcast. But I'm off work after 6. I kind of shuts it down. Like you, I get up and I do my business for myself early, or whenever I get a minute, and then so I don't know. Sunday chat might be good because we wound down and we're at home. So Sundays
Yes, this
may
is
work.
my downtown. So, because during the week it's kind of rough. It's kind of tough,
Hmm.
for me.
Yeah, I think Sundays is good because then I can get my smoke in. And I just went to the tobacco lane store yesterday and re-upped on some of my cigars. But I'm thinking I'm about a box. I did try something new. I'm messing with Tommy at Cunoma, and he got me on those Tay-Back, and I
How's
love.
he doing? How's he doing? I see him on Facebook, but how's he doing?
I haven't seen them. I didn't even go get my cigars from there this time. But we might drop in and say hi every once in a while on Facebook. But you know, with my goddaughter passing away, I'm still not sure if I want to move forward with Pretty Smoke or not. I just have gone through a lot trying to get this business open, and I don't know that it's even worth it for my sanity at this point. But we'll see. We'll see what time says, and how I do. I'll come up and be like, it's open. So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see. What is my nephew doing?
Girl, and they're waiting for me to cook. Talking, him and this lasagna about to drive me. Every other week he wants a lasagna. I'm like, Tracy, why do we got to eat lasagna all the time? I'm so tired of it.
I'm excited. I just had a dream I was gonna make a lasagna too, so I might go on and make one. So I had the dream I was gonna make a lasagna. I did a crossword puzzle, and the word lasagna was in it. So clearly, that was a sign. I need to just go on and make one, right?
So yeah, I went to the store today to go get the stuff. So I'm gonna make him a lasagna here in a little bit. I don't feel like it right now. I just want to lay down.
I know. I don't. So while we're talking about it, since we just on girl talk, we got about 8 minutes left. But so I get a text this morning from the heartbreaker and said, "I love you regardless." And I wanted to read him so bad. I didn't even respond because I felt like if I had read him, it wasn't gonna do anything but give him the satisfaction. You don't get to break my heart and then think you're gonna just come back and then stick a knife in it again. Nigga, I'm blocking your ass. You was on block. I don't even want. He all this time we've been talking to each other. He never posts pictures. I wake up this morning, his face, the first face I saw, girl, I almost spit. I was mad. And then here I went, oh, I love him.
Hell no. Ain't that
Just
something?
slap my dysfunctional ass face. But shut your ass up. You don't love him.
Uh, right, no, you just don't like the being ignored. I think that's what women. I think if they even circle back and be like, "Oh, hey," we probably be like, "Nigga,
Mhm.
bye." I think you
That's
should
but
ignore.
but here's the funny part about that. Now I'm real. I am real. I'm a 100 real person. If next week I come back and tell you, motherfucker, I love him, and now I'm marrying him, you just go with the flow, nigga. Don't say shit. Just go with it.
Well, you answer, so I wouldn't expect anything less. Y'all can be emotional as fuck.
I am very emotional. Girl, I think, and listen, I'm 47. And I can honest to God tell you, I think I've only cried about a man one time in my life, maybe just once. I don't even think it was about him. I think it was about the fact that I was scared I was about to have to do some shit by myself. But 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 this time I really felt like heartbroken. I was like, oh no, this is real. And fuck you. I beat his ass if I see him right now. I beat his whole ass if I see him right now.
Yeah,
He better not bring his ass to
I
Dallas.
think my heartbreak lasts for like maybe a day. I'd be like, oh, well, it's me. I'll be like, man, fuck you.
This is the long and I just told my girlfriend the other day. I said this is the longest I've ever been like on a dude. You know what I mean? Like I have never. Normally I'm like, oh, 2 tears in the bucket, fuck it, I'm moving on. But this is the longest. So in the process, I had an old friend who we tried to have a relationship, and he was declaring his love for me in public to the world, right? And then I was just sitting there like, and his ass went MIA too. And so, but this time I don't blame him. I would have went MIA too, because my ass is just like, nigga, I'm working. I got too much to do right now. I'm typing, I'm talking, I'm putting you on hold. I got 5 calls. I got a bunch of shit going on. And so, maybe he felt like I wasn't engaged enough and didn't give him enough time. Again, he could have just said that, but at the same time, I really didn't care because here's the thing. At this point, when a person decides they don't want to deal with you anymore, I just let them go through that, because you don't want to change anybody's mind, because then you're setting yourself up for
Hmm.
disappointment down the line. So I'd rather you just go ahead and go. Now with that one, it was easy for me to just move past. Girl, I didn't even think twice about that shit. I was like, okay, you don't want to be here, bye bye. But two, that's because I didn't ever clear myself from the last one.
Right. Well, no, that's because you was still hung up on that other nigga. That's why it didn't matter.
And then you'd be like, you look in the aftermath and be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? Like, what was he doing that? But here was the thing. It wasn't about looks or anything, because he's handsome. It wasn't about money, because he had plenty of money, and I had money too, so it was no big deal. It was about the relationship. It was the fact that every time we talked, he made me laugh, and I felt comfortable, and I felt safe, and I immediately fell in love with the safety aspect of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so to then go MIA, I was like, oh, nigga, you ain't safe. You ain't safe at all. So, seeing that, I was able to back up. Hindsight is 50-50. Did he do something so bad that I would never talk to him again? Yeah, I think so. Because if you just leave me, I got abandonment issues. So if your ass just leave me, I'm out. I don't even want to take no more chances with you.
Right. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. That's a big no for me. It's like you got a window. It's a window for me.
Yeah.
If you miss that window, then I'm
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I'm cool on you.
But we see stories and hear stories. Now, I'm not a big on TV, but I've seen stories, real life stories where, people meet, they have a good run. For whatever reason, they go sideways, they link back up down the line and live happily ever after. At some point in my life, I was feeling like that with him. And then I was like, fuck that nigga. He left me. I'm not dealing with him like that. So I don't know. As you stated, cancers are very emotional. So
Yeah,
whatever.
they are very much so. But that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, though. Cancers are very nice and very emotional.
Yeah,
Once
very.
they give you their emotion, it's a wrap. Now, yeah, once y'all give that emotion away, it's all or nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever. He done took up 48.40 minutes of my damn time today. Um, Nigga successful. You got what you set out for. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you wanted to be on my mind. There it is. You got it. I hope you're happy.
Right.
You just be like, whatever, and you'll know you're done when you don't give them 2.5 seconds of your time. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
until then, you just don't dwell there. So anyway, I'm not cooking shit today. It's Sunday. I might do a little bit of work since I got some internet. I get internet, and instead of doing work, my ass is out here doing podcasts and shit. But it is what it is. 5 days I've been stuck doing nothing. So
Girl, I've been working every day. I didn't work yesterday. I went out to lunch. I went out to lunch with business partners yesterday. Came home and went to sleep. I was asleep all day yesterday.
I didn't get to sleep all day. I was outside enjoying that weather, baby, because it was too far, few and far between. My friend from my other podcast, he came and picked me up. He was like, "Well, let me drive your Miss Daisy ass around." So he drove me around to get my appliances, and ran out to Frisco with him for a few minutes. So, well, other than that, I didn't do nothing. I came back. He set my little studio up for me and got the mic going.
No.
Um, he was like, "You sound like trash, so you need to get your mic going." So that's it, and that's all, Mama. So I guess next Sunday, um, we'll be back. We got to figure out a time.
Mm, I don't know. You want to say probably about in the evening or what?
Yeah, I was thinking more like 5 or 6 or something like that
Yeah,
because
6.
people be wound down and they'll actually um want to, they ain't doing shit. They'll listen to us. We ain't talking about shit, but they'll listen to us for a little while.
Right.
We had one viewer on. I don't know who the hell it was, but we did have one viewer on. Thank you. We appreciate you. Come back next week. We appreciate you. So I guess I'll go ahead. You want me to post this one to Facebook and
Yeah, that would
Instagram?
be good.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll post. I'll put on there was just the preliminary back in. I think I called it episode 12. Sisters reunite or some shit like that. You be creative with the titles and shit.
Right. And I
Um,
put it in my business group too.
okay, cool. All right, baby. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in to our rhetoric as we talk about absolutely nothing and everything at the same time. And we hope that you got something out of this shit. Don't let people go MIA on your ass and come back to you. Fuck that nigga. Hashtag, you know, I know my worth. All that same old shit. Hashtag, you
I
had me, but you
got
lost me.
fucked up.
What'd you say?
I said I love you, but you got me fucked up.
Right, I love you, but you got me fucked up. So next week, I'm about to knock the whole system over here. Next Sunday, 6 o'clock,
Yep. six
Pretty
o'clock.
Girl Talk.
Yeah.
I'm Chris,
I'm Selena Michelle.
and we'll see you
Peace.
next week. Bye.
Bye.